Get the likes up right now. Get the likes up right now. Come on, y'all. Hey. Boom, boom, boom. Come on now. Yeah. We in this thing. DJ, turn me up. DJ, turn me up. Hey. Ha, ha. Hey. Yeah. You are chilling here with your girl, Juicy Links. It's juicy time. It's juicy time. Hey. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Yeah. Get the likes up. Come on. Hey, Tamala girl. How you doing? Woo. DJ, stop the beat. How y'all doing today at the AI Monarch? Honey, let me tell y'all what's going on out here in these streets. First of all, did y'all know Burger King got a 2-for-1 special on a big fat juicy burger? Honey, I felt like it was an old country buffet. Okay, I had me a good ass meal. Oh my God, but you know what? We got to talk about Chrisean Rock because I'm so mad at homegirl. I am too through. Anybody mad at her? Press 2 if you mad at her. I'll tell you I'm mad at her because how she treat Baby Junior. She's on a podcast, y'all, talking about Baby Junior don't need no doctor. What? Yeah, because of those church people. Them church people is taking her for the money, honey. They don't want that Baby Junior to get help. They like, give me the money, Chrisean, and we will heal him. God's going to have his way with him. Just give me the money, and we're going to put the holy oil on him. That's what they telling her, y'all. And that's why she went back and started doing the baddies and stuff like that. You know why? Because the church folks like, listen, you still need to go out there and minister, okay? Yeah, this ain't, man, did y'all hear about she was beating up Big Lex? Press 2 if y'all heard that she beat up Big Lex. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but that's how I heard, all right? So I got this video here I want to share with you guys, okay, if y'all don't mind. Okay, she need help. She is sick. Yes, she is. You looking good? Thank you, honey. Thank you. All right, so let me put this up here for you guys can see. Everybody named Mama is talking about it, and I just had to share it with y'all. So here is Chrisean Rock. I want y'all to listen to homegirl what she got to say. Come on, Rock.
The part that really messed with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me, and my anger overpowered my message. I didn't get to deliver any way, shape, or right, and I apologize to you. It didn't deserve my words, and Grace, you.
All right, so she starts off with saying, and I don't know why it's not moving, but she starts off with saying, I have no idea why it's not moving. I can't see it move. She starts off with saying, could y'all hear the audio? Press 3 if you guys can hear the audio. She starts off with saying that she feels that Blueface is not in the child's life because he has a disability. But she says he doesn't have a disability. So which one is it? Chrisean, he don't have a disability, but she said Blueface left because he has a disability. I think that's her projection. I think that's her insecurities. Because when Blueface got out of jail, he spent so much time with this baby, you guys. He was on the internet with this baby. Granted, it was all for act. It was all for show. But he didn't have no shame. You know, Bino don't have no shame with being the fake father because they're all doing it as a sympathy to gain a lot of likes and attention. But, you know, a lot of people were saying, well, Blueface seems like he ain't shamed, but Chrisean seems to be shamed. Chrisean is shamed of that baby because of the disability. Chrisean wanted her baby to be perfect. That's why she called her baby Jesus. She was only concerned. She just said, I don't want my baby to be no homosexual. I don't want my baby to be zesty. I don't know what I do. I probably have to take him out of here. I don't want him to be gay. Okay, that's the only thing she was concerned about. Come to find out, she got this instead. So I think that's she's talking about herself really. But y'all can hear Chrisean Rock. Let me know if you guys can hear Chrisean Rock. All right, y'all pressing those threes. All right, let's go.
And the grace you showed me spoke volumes to the season of your life. You're in the right now, and I'm here.
I know y'all want to see her moving. I do too. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove this and I'm going to add it back so you guys can see her mouth moving. You know, I would want to see a mouth move, and I want y'all to see what I'm doing anyway. You know, I put it all on the flow, baby. All right. So where is that at? Okay, Instagram. Is this it? Is this it? Nope, that's not it. I must got two of them. Is this it? Okay, this is it. This is it. Here we go.
Here to support and congratulate you overly. So I said my son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace.
I told y'all. See, I know I'm not crazy. She says the son don't have a disability. Do you think that's a lie? Press 1 if that's a lie. Her son does have a disability. Okay, he got a fucking disability, Chrisean. All right, press 1 if that's a lie. All right, we all see it, and the more she ignores it, the more it's worse. Why is it worse? Because she not taking her baby to go see a doctor, to go get the help that the baby needs. And you want to do it in the early stages because as he get older, it's going to develop horrible stages, and it could be his demise. We are talking about life and death here. But because she got an effed up ego, she don't want to see it, and she just want to blame God, okay? She just want to blame God and just, well, God gonna do it, God gonna do it. Honey, listen, God made doctors for a reason, okay? Now go ahead and get your disabled baby some help. Shit. But she in denial. Does it surprise me she's in denial? No, because she was in denial with Blueface. She could have swore to the world that this man loved her. He ain't never loved her. He ain't never loved none of them hoes. Okay? She's in denial about everything, you know? So it doesn't surprise me that she's in denial of this. Something so serious. Hell, I could have told her she made a big mistake putting the tattoos on her face. But she was in denial then, right? She was like, no, I love him. This is going to last forever. You know, she's always in that mindset of denial. She makes horrible decisions. She even said herself. Remember when she said that she had 10 abortions, but she framed, was it 9 or 10? Put it in the comment section. How many abortions does she have? Now, she says it wasn't no abortion. She said, I killed my babies. She said, I killed my babies, and that's why God gonna curse me if I kill another one. And I gotta have this one, because if I don't have this one, God gonna curse me, well, I ain't gonna have no more babies. This is what she puts in her mind, right? So I'm sure now that her baby is disabled, I believe in the back of her mind, with a mindset like that, she feel like God has cursed her for fornication, having immoral sex, all right? But she's still having immoral sex with Bino and the rest of the niggas. So make it make sense. It's giving fake outrage and performative at this point. But comment, let me know.
And hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he. Right, but it's like, don't tell me. I ain't say none of that. Right. I ain't say none of that. Watch your mouth. Like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro.
Oh, shut up. Watch your mouth. Being disability is not an insult. It's real life. It's real life. Having disability is real. Being disabled is real. Having health issues is real. That's what's wrong with the black community now. It's so many of these men and women in the black community and the BLK community that is mentally ill, but y'all don't want to call a thing because people view it as an insult. It's not an insult. You bitches need help. Okay, damn, you bitches need help. God damn it, don't you want to get some help that you need? Okay, y'all keep on doing the same shit over and over and over again, bumping your head and wonder why and cry victim. Okay, you need some help, all right? I'm looking in the comment section because people say I need to look in my comment section more often, so that's what I'm trying to do. So let's get the likes up, y'all. Come on, get them likes up. Y'all remember that Tamala says she's agreed. Tamala, what are you saying? It says it's worse because she's not responsible. Everything when you have a child. Yeah, you got to be. So let's continue on.
Yeah, anybody, sure. If they're guessing or whatever, no, the word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you.
What did this have to say with word and God says? What is she talking about with word and God? God says don't fornicate, which you did. Okay, that's how the baby got here. God said that if you fornicate and you have babies outside of a marriage, then those are bastards. So why you ain't saying all the things that God said? Don't pick and choose. You can't do that, especially when you claiming you a Christian. You got to put it all at the table, okay? Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Accept the shit, all of it. Okay? But what that got to do with him being disabled? He's disabled. Ain't no insult, but let's go.
So it's really like me, like protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son. Yeah. Like I can't wait when my son start walking.
See, I knew it was about the religion bullshit. So her thing is, God done told her. God ain't tell you shit. But God done told her that her son is going to walk and her son is normal and just give it time. And, everybody going to see he's going to be walking and talking and he going to be duck walking and Jay setting and he just going to be doing all the shit, girl. Oh, I tell you, it is the worst thing to have delusional parents. Oh, I'm so glad my parents was not delusional. It was a time in my life where I had a gap in my mouth and people was telling me, just wait and let the teeth grow in. Don't worry about it. But my mama said, no. I'm going to take my baby to the dentist. We need to find out why the teeth ain't coming back. So they did some research and some scanning and they found like it was an 8 nest of teeth in my mouth and they was going upwards. You know what I'm saying? So they had to do surgery and had to pull all that down. I remember that day, you guys. It was so intense. That was my first time having, and the worst time having that operation. And the gums is so effing sensitive. I remember being balled up in the corner, just crying my eyes out because it hurted. And I'm under age, so therefore I cannot take any pain medication. Okay, I cannot take any pain medication for the pain. I wish my mama would have gave me some pain medication. Fuck that shit. Give me some Vicodin, goddammit, okay? This pain was hurting, honey. But I say that to say my mother saved my life. If it wasn't for my mom and my parents being good parents to go the extra mile to figure out why in the hell is my teeth not growing out, because my parents was like, everybody else's teeth is growing back in. Why yours ain't growing back? Something up. And everybody's like, nah, you worry too much. Just let it go. So, honey, having parents that are very concerned about your health and it's going to go the extra mile to figure it out, even when everybody say, let it go, it is life or death, okay? So I thank God for my parents, because if they wasn't my parents, I would not be here. If I had a mother like Chrisean Rock, I would not be here. So I feel sorry for baby Junior to be born to a mother like that, because that is the fucking worst. All right? So let's get the likes up, y'all. Come on.
Talking. I'm going to just be like, exactly.
Like I told y'all.
I said it. Nah, I told y'all. He told y'all. Yeah. Shoot, I was just relaying the message. It's like one of those. He said, and if it's anything I could do, help, I'm here. The part that really messed me mess with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me in my anger over.
All right, somebody asked me, am I running two channels? How did you know? Well, actually, I'm Juicy right now. So technically, Gigi is running another channel, right? That's how, can we play it like that? So you got Juicy, which is me. We got Gigi, she's over there, doing what she does best. All right, but short answer, yes. All right, so what are y'all thoughts about it? I want to go here in the comment section and see what people are saying about this. And here we have it. It says this one person, ooh, it's so many people. All right, so Nick and Knight, she says, AKA, I'm neglecting my child needs being delusional. I agree with Nick at Night. She is being delusional. Chrisean Rock is delulu. She is neglecting her child. Like I said, this is life and death. Something is seriously wrong with that boy. He needs extra guidance, extra love, extra care. And she is saying because of her God told her that the baby is fine, then the baby is fine. It's just like somebody have herpes. And they're saying, well, I'm not going to go to the doctor to get it checked out because God said that he's going to heal my herpes. Bitch! And then they're going to have, well, I'm not going to tell everybody else because God didn't heal it. So what's the point of telling other people that I have it if God didn't heal it? You got to be a believer. You're delusional, ho. Okay? That's delusion. All right. So let's go here. Okay. Thank you, Tamala. Tamala just giving up the big bank, honey. We got $2 and $5. Thank you, Tamala. She says, totally agree, Juicy. Thank you, girl. All right. It says, somebody in the chat down there says, I really don't understand why CPS haven't stopped to get the baby away from her. You know why? Because government don't care. This government is busy trying to fight a war in Iran. This government is busy blowing up kids. If a government is blowing up those girls, do you think they care about babies in the United States? And besides, it's a black boy baby. Do you think they care about his ass? Hell no. They don't care. They just don't want him to be on government assistance, okay? They don't care. So, they don't care about that shit for real, for real. I'm looking in the chat. All right. So drop those comments. Now, somebody else is saying this. I'm going to look. It says doctors aren't just nobodies, but in my business and keep that baby in my prayers. So it's sad. Everybody's saying the delusional. Chrisean Rock is definitely delusional to say that doctors is nobody. I mean, who are you? I mean, literally, who is she? She's on these reality shows. She's known for fighting. She's a menace to society. Sooner or later, they're going to stop all this social media shit. I bet you. What do you guys think? Press 1 if you think the government sooner or later is going to stop all this social media shit. They're going to put a control over it, over these influencers. Do you guys think that day will ever come? Or press 9, they make too much money and will never come. Who knows? All right, I'm not about to read that long-ass paragraph. All right, so... someone says, I'm guessing that it's easier for her to be in total denial than to face what's actually happened. You know what I got to say about that? The worst thing is going to do when she grows up and that baby is out of here, out of here, out of here, out of here. And it's going to hit her. It should already hit her, especially if she's so close to God and she's so spiritual. God would tell you to go get that baby help. But I believe that she's under a demonic spell. I believe that, whoever's in that church posing as a Christian is not really a Christian, and they're probably demonic, and they got her over the spell because, Satan, he was a fallen angel. And Satan always going to be in the church, and the demons always going to be in the church, because after all, they're the closest thing to God. I mean, they were close to God. They were here before the humans, and they have a closer relationship with God because they were here before, and they know all that shit, whatever. So I believe that it's so many demonic spirits in the church. I don't think they hang out there to despise God or whatever. And I think they got her in a trance and a mind control, and they're making a mockery of her, and they're putting her out here to say, yes, she's a Christian, but this is how Christians are. And it's just making a mockery of the real Christians. And I feel sorry for the real Christians out there because they have her as the face. And look at how many young souls that she is leading to, the basement of doom. Okay. Because so many young girls are looking up at her and thinking that this is the way to go, just to ignore the signs and not get help for your baby. It's really sick, but that's what I think. Comment, let us know what you guys think about that. All right, so I'm scrolling on down. I'm getting sick and tired of reading these comments, but I just have to let you guys know what's going on out here with your girl, Chrisean Rock. I'm looking in the comments section to see anything. Is anything what else you guys have to say? It says me too. I think so. Yeah, you think so too, Nikki. See? She's been saying that since Junior been born, and that's sad. That's sad. So if she's been saying that since Junior been born, then that means that she never went to go seek help. Everything that she did, it was just for show. It was performative, but it was not genuine. She never went to go get that boy help, and now she's saying that it's offensive to say her baby needs help. Now she's saying it's offensive to say that her baby is nothing but perfect. Her baby is disabled. Accept that, okay? That's just the facts. Go get your ass some help, okay? And I think she's disabled too in the mind. Some people are disabled, but you can't see it because it's in their mind. They have mental. Wouldn't you guys agree? Press 2 if you feel like a lot of more people are disabled, but you just can't see it because it's a mental disable. It's a mental disorder, To me, that's still disabled, So I think she's really disabled up there. All right. So it says Chrisean belongs in jail for child abuse. I believe so. Yeah. Some people are saying she's an informant. I don't know how true it is. I mean, they say everybody's an informant, though. Let's get the likes up, y'all. We can get the better with the likes. Come on. We only got 31 likes. We can give it up to 100 likes, you guys. Let's get it to 100 likes. All right. So keep on coming with the questions or the statements so I can respond to them. But let's get the likes up. Come on. We can do better. We can do better with the likes, you guys. All right. Get the likes up for Baby Junior. We need justice. What do you guys think is going to happen with this boy, Baby Junior? He don't have any father. Nobody's going to come to rescue him. Bino is going to go in there and act like he's a father just for show because he want likes and views. Mind you, his baby mama said he's not even a real father to his own kids, okay? So it's just a mess. And then Bino, that those spirits that he have on him, it's going to be to her baby. You know what I'm saying? And they said that TMZ paid Bino to get that Maybach, that rented Maybach for Chrisean. Now, ain't TMZ, ain't they gay? So honey, when a YT gay man gives a BLK man money for a car, a Maybach, to impress his girlfriend, it's given zesty YT sugar daddy in the trade BLK boo thing. That's what it's giving, honey. There's situations like that, girl. Yeah, honey. But what do I know? So let's get this likes up, y'all. What else do you guys have to say about this? I'm looking to see anybody on Facebook. Hey, D, I need you to comment, D. Shit, what y'all got to say about this? All right? All right. Thank you, Tamala. Donated $1. She's so sweet. All right. So it's just so sad. What else questions I have to ask you guys? All right, he don't. So I really blame everything on about Chrisean Rock. Do you guys blame everything on Chrisean Rock? Press 7 if you blame everything on Chrisean Rock. The reason why I blame everything on her because she's the ones to open her legs to this man, knowing that Blueface was not a good father. Okay, he's not a good example. He's not a good guy, but yet she still did it. It doesn't make any sense. You know, when you're doing that type of stuff, you should be married and you should plan what's going on and you should be stable. You know, a lot of you guys just cannot afford to have, to do. You know, you can't afford to plug it. Plug it in, plug it in. Some of y'all should not be plugging in. I don't think plugging in should be for free. You know what I mean? I feel like if you broke, you should not be plugging in. You know, I think that if you're broke, you should be focused on getting your money up and being independent. And I don't think that you should be like, you know what? I got to discipline myself. I don't deserve any plucking. I don't deserve any plucking, you know. Reward yourself when it's worthy. You know, it's just like y'all going to the clubs. What are y'all partying for? Every single day it's the same thing. You're still broke. What are you fucking celebrating? Okay. I don't get it. You're shaking your asses and you're shaking your weave and still nothing coming about of it. No progress. No progress. All right. So let's get the likes up, you guys. It says she keeps proving that she's mentally disabled herself. Of course she is. So maybe it comes from the DNA. Because if she's like that in the mind, maybe it just contributes to her offspring, you know? So at the end of the day, it's still her fault. And I know people could say, well, why don't you blame the man? Who is the fucking man? We don't know who the fucking baby daddy is. I mean, Blueface said he's not the biological father. Ronnie said he is the biological father, but she didn't want to hear that. Why didn't she want to hear Ronnie being the biological father? Why wouldn't she just get his ass texted? I mean, that's just so simple. So you've been screwing with this man, okay? He keep on saying he's a baby father. Okay, Ronnie, for the sake of it, pay for the test. Let's get it tested and let's just call it over with. Why just let this thing just finish on out? But she was afraid. She was afraid to have that test because I feel she knew that that was truly the baby's father, you know. That's what I feel. And I think that Blueface is just putting on for show because everything is a skit for him. Everything is a live stream. Everything is a show. You know, these people on social media, everything is content. This is a job for them. You guys looking at it like, oh my God, this is how they really feel. This is real. No dummy. This is a job. Okay. He gets on here with all these girls. This is a fucking job. Okay. Hell, half we know he can have a boyfriend in Hawaii, okay? Okay? It's a fucking job. So let's give it up to Tamala donating $10. Thank you. I appreciate it. She have to put the blame on the mother. The child can't do it itself. You sure right. You right. You know, they said the mother is the first teacher and the mother is the protector of the room. Protect your wombs. Close your legs. Protect your rooms. But it seems like they want their legs open for demons. You know, they say they're Christians, but they steady got their legs open for demons. Make it make sense. That don't make sense at all. Okay. She's really should not accept the doctor's observation. She should really say not to. She shouldn't say that, but you're dealing with Chrisean Rock. And you know what? You're absolutely right. By her saying, I don't care what doctors say. The doctors mean nothing. Do you know how many young, misguided girls that don't have a mama, never knew who their biological father is looking up Chrisean Rock and they're looking at her as the mother? Okay? They're looking at her as a mother, so they're like, damn, I'm in the same situation. You know, because there's a lot of disabled kids out here. And on the brighter side, she could have really been a light for so many kids that are disabled. You know, Chrisean, she got a baby that's disabled and she loves her baby and she's so proud of her baby. But it gives, she's in denial. It gives that she's ashamed. It's just like you have a gay son, but you keep telling everybody he's straight. Girl, that son is gay, but he's straight. He's straight. He's straight. I'm not going to accept he's gay. He's straight. He's straight. You're in fucking denial and you're ashamed of your gay fucking son, just like she's ashamed of her disabled son. It's the same difference, you know? So it's just so sad. It really is. It says Juicy, her mom has mental problem. Oh my goodness. So Chrisean Rock moms have mental issues too. So ooh, it could be a curse. They said once you have babies out of wedlock, God put a curse on you, generation after generation after generation after generation. I wonder what Chrisean Rock says about that. I don't know, but I wonder. It says her mom is a mental problem and the baby is like because she was on type of rugs. Okay, rugs. Rugs is AKA for sound like rugs, but it start with a D. Rugs. Whew. You know what? I think Chrisean Rock might be doing some shit too. She's in Hollywood. You know, they all do that shit in Hollywood, but you just don't know they're doing it because they know how to, I guess, flush it out their system. Remember when they say Diddy was doing all those rugs and then he had all that stuff sticking in his vein to give him more fluid and stuff the next day or whatever? So she could be on that type of time too. I don't know, honey, but it's possible. It says Blue finally came out and told the truth. So no, the gig is up. Rock is mad he came out and told the truth. Yes. And you know what I got to say about that natural beauty? Isn't she a Christian? Isn't it a sin, a lie? Isn't it an abomination, a lie? So why is she lying, pushing a lie about her baby and claiming to be so close to God? That doesn't make sense, natural beauty. That just lets you know she's flawed, okay? And you cannot trust anything she says. She's so flawed, all right? Thank you, Tamala. Tamala donated another $5. I love Tamala in the chat. Hey, honey, I love me some Tamala. That's my girl. All right, you guys, give it up for Tamala, honey. Give it up for her for blessing this chat. We really appreciate that. That goes a long way. All right, it says, no man is worth his salt with Chrisean. She's trash. She is trash, literally. All right, the whole family is dysfunctional. That is so sad. It is, but it's true. But you know what else is more horrible? That social media amplifies this dysfunction, you know? It's like putting a big spotlight on dysfunction. It's like, this is great to see you guys, and everybody should follow this dysfunction, and this dysfunction is normal. You know, they're trying to normalize dysfunction in the Black community. That's why they got all these girls fighting amongst each other and just causing all this ruckus, all the baby mamas and all the baby daddy drama. I mean, it is a mess out here in these streets. You know, Satan is really having its way in the BLK community. It's just so sad. All right, you guys. Well, let me see where we are. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary on the matter. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Bye.